How to use a virtual event to increase sales in your med spa. Right? So when we say virtual events, it's actually doing events online to bring in people that might not bought from you. And so I know maybe speaking for you might be like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this. But you have to do whatever it takes to bring in new customers. And so I love virtual events because they're just like in person events without the crazy overhead. You still get to serve the people. So I'm going to break down today how to actually plan out a successful virtual event. And so when we say virtual events, the whole goal is to have something where people can come and they can hear you speak. And so it's so many different places you can use. You can use Zoom. You can use webinar, right? Webinar jams. You can use a Facebook page, right? You can use so many different things to host your virtual event. And our whole goal is to get people here so we can teach them. Teach them whatever your service is. Why it's important that people need to have the service, because you might not realize, but they don't know the benefit of this. Most of them go to Dr. Google for all of the information, so the things that they typing in Dr. Google and asking is incorrect, so they might be getting a negative answers. But when you host your virtual event, it is nothing but content. You're using this to use all of the pieces of content and actually benefit the people. And so, what I like to tell my clients to do is I like to tell them you should host a virtual event at least once a month. At least once a month. When you start getting good, you can do once a week. But do not do it once every blue moon. Do it once a month, just to get started. And the biggest thing I like to say is the title is everything. However, whatever that big problem, so title with the problem, right? So let's just say might be how to create content to get more sales, workshop, online workshop. You know, somebody who have that problem with getting using content to get more sales is going to attend. So always attempt to have that problem that they're having, put that in the title. Do not make it something that nobody's going to figure out or know what it is. They don't know the result. They don't know that they have that problem. Otherwise, you ain't going to get nobody there. And so your titling is everything. And when you create your page, you want to create that page with a simple header, right? Giving them whatever that promise is, right? You're going to state the problem, then the promise, right? And then you're going to allow them to put their name, phone number, email. You're going to make sure that opt-in is really, really simple for them. So that page is simple. You don't have to get it crazy designed. Just state that promise and that problem at the top and allow them to opt in. And from there, what you want to make sure you do is, I like to have a couple pages. I have the opt-in page, and then I like to have the thank you page. Send them to my free Facebook group. Free is the word. Facebook group. The reason why is because a lot of times you might have 100 people opt in, but you might only have 30 people show up. But out of that 100, you might have 95 of the people inside this Facebook group. So if they don't come to that virtual event this time, you have somewhere to keep feeding them and nurturing them, and now they'll come to the next one. So don't give up on them when you don't see that they coming in on that first round. All right? And so I always like to have some type of free Facebook group. And so from there, when you hosting your virtual event, I personally like Zoom. And the reason why I like Zoom as my room is because I get to see them and they get to see me. The more y'all can connect with each other, the more likely that they can convert. See, if you're going on webinar jams, they can only see you and they can type in the chat. They don't build a real connection. So I like to use Zoom, right? And so your whole goal, let's just say you get 100 people to register. 30 people going to show up, right? That is 30 people listening to your message at one time. That's a lot of people. Because right now, when you're doing your sales, you're doing one-to-one, not one-to-many. And let's just say you sell semaglutide and you sell it for $500 a month, and they have to do a minimum of 3 months. So that's $1,500. And let's just say 10 people off of this 30 end up signing up from this webinar. That's 10 people times 1,500. You just made an extra $15,000 just for that first 90 days from this one webinar. See, that's not including the upsells. That's not including them staying for a long time. That is just because you got on the virtual event and you gave them value that they wasn't clear on before. So this is why that's key. So let's just say you had double this. If you had 60 people here and you had 200 people registered, right now you just made $30,000. Do you see how simple it is for you to make more money? But right now what you're doing is you waiting for people to come and discover you instead of putting something out there for them to actually latch on to. So that's why I like virtual events. So just think about this. If you did this twice a month, now you just made $60,000 this month. And you'll probably be like, well, Dontel, that's easy said than done. Your whole goal, you might be like, where do I get these 100 people from? You put out content, you run ads, and then you use these people are the people that opt in already but probably didn't jump on a call with you. So what I like for people to do is use your reactivation, right? That means the leads that you already have inside of your database and invite them to the webinar. Invite them to the virtual event, right? You say, hey, would you like to know how to lose 30 pounds in the next 30 days? If so, come join my free workshop. All right, and they're going to be like, opt in. Ooh, now you can re-nurture. It's all about content. It's all about nurturing. So now you're nurturing these people that opt in that you left for dead because they didn't buy nothing the first go round. And so when you're doing your virtual event, I love to just talk about one big problem that they're having, just one. And so let's just say for you, your big problem with me is content, right? So my whole virtual event is content. But what I might do is break this content down in 3 sections to better help you understand why you need to be using content. And so this right here will give you a better clarity about content. So if you're not doing virtual events, you are leaving money on the table because it is nothing but content that is connecting and resonating with the person you're serving. They do not know about what it is that you offer. I don't care if you told them before, they forgot. I don't care if you told them again, they forgot. So you have to keep giving them more information, more value, so that they can better understand that you have the solution to their problem. This makes you look more as an expert. But right now, you barely doing the basics and wondering why your monthly revenue is so damn low. You can change that. You just got to be coachable and be willing to do more. Put out the content. Have things for people to show up to. Give them an opportunity to change their life. But you ain't going to do that without showing up. I'm sorry. I don't know who told you that just because you in the aesthetic business, you supposed to make money. No, you have to understand you're running a business, so you got to go out there and get the money. All right, so I want you to make sure you start using virtual events to help grow your aesthetic practice so you can do more serving in your community. All right. I'm Dontel Antonio, and I'm a part of a company called the King of Content, which we are a content firm that helps aesthetic professionals just like you use content in a way to get more consistency, more visibility, so you can make more revenue. All right, and if you would love for us to come in and do your content so you can focus on serving your consumers, or if you want us to help you with this virtual event, whatever it may be, what I want you to do is click the link in the bio so you can get on a call with our team and we can help you dominate and serve your community. Thank you. And if this message was like powerful for you, go share it with another aesthetic professional.